Welcome back to this week's episode of Solid Concrete, where I'll give you, some interesting and crazy stories about construction. Not so much about the building part, but so much as what goes on an every day-to-day basis. So, let's get into it. So this week, I'm going to talk about fighting. A lot of guys in construction fight. They argue, they bicker, and not many times do guys come to blows as much as you think they would. There's a lot of chest to chest, pushing, shoving, cursing each other out. So I think because of that, a lot of guys don't go to blow for blow because in a sense they let their anger out versus, like being in an office or in another work setting and you're surprised when somebody flips the fuck out and starts beating up another employee or goes postal, right? God forbid. But in construction, a lot of guys can say what they want and not get fired or, get in each other's faces. But I like to say a lot of guys fought. A lot of guys argued. I'll give you many examples rather, where a father and son worked on the job site together and then they were constantly fighting, arguing. It got so bad to one point where we got sent out of town to a job, and then we come back after a year and a half. We rented out a place together, actually, figuring because we would work together that we would drive together, might as well live together too, right? We were in our early 20s, so, And then when we come back, his dad says, hey, I got to send you out of town. We had just closed in on our place, for rent. And the son flipped the fuck out, got in his dad's face. They were pushing and shoving. You have guys holding each other back. This dude got so pissed, he started convulsing, puking. The heat will get to you for sure, but man, you'll see guys go off, and it's sad. He had another son who worked for us, an older one, where same scenario. I think the father told him to do something, he didn't like it, picked up one of those thick ass locks and chucked it at his truck. Thank God he missed, because if he hit his truck, it would have been World War III on our job site. That same job site, actually, with the same first son I was talking about, they were arguing on a barge, and he grabs his son, and then luckily my friend, my boy, he's strong enough to where he kind of held his ground, kept himself grounded, but he was going to throw him overboard. And I'm with the project manager, and he whispers to me, because